Hello, friends. Welcome back to my channel. I am Andrea Lake, and we are going to put together a very, very cute mini album today. We're going to use the Farm Fresh 6x6 pattern paper pad. We are going to use some cardstock and some inks and stamps and dies. And these are the photos that I'm going to use. I'm going to go with black and white today. For the shape of my mini album, I am going to use the Around the Loop nested dies, couple of sizes. And then I am also using the Roadside Bloom stamp set and the dies to create some embellishments as well as the block alphabet. So you can see that those are the nested dies that we're going to use. And then I'm going to be using some inks as well, including the orange twist ink to actually create the background for or the the background page for one of the pages of the mini album. I needed a very bright orange cardstock that I don't have. So this is one of my favorite techniques, just to create your own personalized cardstock with the exact color that you want. So I'm going to do this on both sides because I need the cardstock is going to be seen on both sides. So I love the look and the feel of the cardstock. And now I'll be able to create the perfect background page the for the album. The Farm Fresh pattern paper pad comes with, it tells you at the bottom what are the ink colors that go great with the set. So those were the ones that I chose to work with. So to stamp the floral embellishments, I think I added one extra color in addition to the one that it's included here. But the inks that are listed here are Party Dress, Samba, Orange Twist, which was the one that we used to create our background, Melanize, Lime Bricky, and In the Park. I am matching one of the pattern papers to each one of different pattern papers, sorry, to different color cardstocks. So we're going to have 5 pages total, I think. Here we go. Yeah, including, 5, including the one for our cover, and then some of the Catherine Pooler white cardstock for the back of the pages. That's going to serve as my space for journaling. And that's what I'm putting here. On one side of the Catherine Pooler color cardstock, the ones that I'm using are all from the party set. And then on one side, you have the Farm Fresh pattern paper, and then on the other side will be the white cardstock. This album is going to flip up. I'm going to be punching a hole on the top of the top of each one of the pages, and then I'll be using a metal ring to flip the pages. I did add off camera, I did add machine stitching details around the pages. So only on the pattern papers and the white cardstock. We can see here, this will be the front of each one of the pages. I have them arranged in rainbow order. And now we are just going to start decorating. So I'm just showing you here right there at the bottom. It's where you can see the list of inks that match this particular pattern paper. So that makes it really easy to, whenever you are going to, create your own embellishments or stamp a title or just work in general. You don't, especially when you're working with these inks, there is a wide range of options in the party set and this past set. So there are just so many inks that if you go and check your stash and you go one by one, yes, you might be able to find some others that work great with the paper pad you're using or the pattern papers you're using. But having that list right there makes it way easier to just go grab the ones you need and start working straight away. So I'm stamping it. These are all individual pieces, so I will have to die cut them individually, but it was just easier for me to stamp them this way using different colors, different shades of green, and the same with I used for the flowers, I used the samba and the party dress colors to stamp the flowers. We're almost there. All right, I'm gonna do the same now with with the bigger flowers. And I decided to keep them very, very simple. So if you check the stamp set, and as I said, the name of this stamp set, which is brand new, is part of the February release from Catherine Puller Designs. It is the Roadside Blooms stamp set. There are a lot of options for the flowers, for the bigger ones, the smaller ones. There are a couple of sentiments as well. But you also have, it includes details for the center of the flowers. So if you want to add dimension and you want to add those details, those stamps are also included in the set, which I think it's really, really cute. I decided to just leave them as simple as possible, mainly as I'm going to use them as layering elements. I also be using embellishments from a different collection. So there will be a mix and match. The papers, all of the papers, again, are from the Fresh Farm pattern paper, but I did need some additional embellishments to layer along with this stamped images to decorate the pages of the album. So I am die cutting the last few pieces. You can see on the left of the machine all of the die cut pieces that I have up to that point. We're almost done. I think I had a few more. And then the other thing is I did not have the shade of yellow that I wanted for my cardstock to then go and die cut the title. This is a mini album that I'm making for with photos of my sister, and I call her Manish. Her name is Mariana, and again, she's my sister, but this is how we call each other all the time. So to I just wanted to make something special for her. I am using the Goldenrod ink pad to once again create my own personalized cardstock. And for this one, it's not necessarily, I didn't need the ink or the color to be completely solid or to be absolutely perfect. I am going to be die cutting very small pieces. So all I have to do is make sure that I um, put the letters or the dies exactly where I want them. So depending on if I want the color to be a little bit darker, which I believe it's going to be the case, most of my letters are going to be on the darker side of the ink. But you have that option. Once again, it is the fun thing about having the option of an ink pad that you can use to create beautiful cardstock. The white piece of cardstock that I'm using at the bottom is also from Catherine Puller. I have my letters right there. We should be able to see them pretty soon. Removing the dies. And now I am getting my letters. One thing that I also did off camera was to look for a darker ink to ink the edges of the letters. That way it will make it easier, especially since the color there is a contrast between the pattern at the bottom for that cover and the letters. But once I started placing the letters one right next to the other, I decided to ink the edges of the letters just to make each individual letter very different from the next, or to really be able to understand and read the words. So the next step, I think I'm going to show you how I decorated one or two of the pages, not all of them, but you will have a flip through video and close up photos of some of the pages. So you can see those were the images that we stamped. The embellishment in the middle is from a different collection, but then I used 3 of the floral images that we stamped to decorate the page. The photos are all black and white. That makes it easier for the papers, the cardstock, and all of the embellishments to stand out. So I have that, and then I think I will end up adding one more of those floral embellishments on the left side of the photo. Perfect. Just deciding to offset that photo a little bit, so to the right, and that will give me even extra space for that additional floral embellishment to be added. There you go. So there's just one more photo, one more page there that needed to be that I needed to add. So on the back of each page, so where my journaling is going to go, I also decided to add small embellishments. So some will be some of the stamped images, so the florals with some leaves. Some will have phrase stickers. You can use your stamps to add some sentiments with the stamps, but the idea was to leave the a lot of that white cardstock showing, so I have enough space to later on add my journaling. I am using my multi-punch crocodile from We Are Makers. It is one of my favorite tools ever, especially when it comes to when I get to use it for this type of projects. It just makes it super easy. And then I'm using a 1-inch metal um, metal ring. In this case, it's a gold one. And let me show you a flip through of the mini album. As you can see, enough space for my journaling, just a few embellishments around those photos. And I, once again, love that orange background. It is the same ink that I use for the flowers that are stamped and decorating that area there. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the process. This is a very easy mini album to put together, very fun to put together. And as I said, you have all the inks, all of the products that I used to create this project are linked below. So please let me know if you have any questions. And yeah, I will see you next time. Have a wonderful rest of your day.